Yeah.
The first couple of dates were genuinely lovely. Then came the incident, she says. We were out for lunch and his phone rang. He looked at it and said,
Would you go out with a man with long hair?
no. But I'm 48. Like, why am I going to do that? If I was ever to go out with any other men, they would probably be bald. 4 of you going and 3 carry-ons. Is he on drugs?
That's what I said.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 40ish. I'm Nicole Goodman.
And I'm Laura Mishcon. This is the podcast that navigates the challenges and absurdities of 40-something life. Every episode, what do? We discuss
Issues, problems, rants, midlife moaning. It's a really positive space. It doesn't have to be a positive space because there's a lot of shit that goes on in midlife that we are talking about.
Not everything has to be a positive space.
No.
We're not Holly Willoughby, for God's sake.
No. Sometimes we just want to talk about the shit that's going on in middle age.
Even our own shit.
In your late 40s. It's a lot.
Late 40s.
You
sounds so depressing when
you
say
are in
that.
your late...
I'm aware. I just don't like it.
Why? I actually don't mind being in my late 40s. I really don't.
I really do.
There's certain things I really do mind, and there's certain things I really don't mind.
I'd really like to be in my late 30s.
Why?
It was just better.
Better how? You didn't know me in your 30s. That's nice.
I didn't, but everything was just higher, tighter, smaller, better.
I mean, that I can't argue with that logic. But also, yeah, you do have to work for things to be tighter, smaller. What was the other ones? Higher. Yeah, you have to work very hard to keep it there. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. Anyhow, what was your...
I mean, you're not exactly like, on the ugly list, are you?
Falling apart?
I mean, look, you're a very attractive, lovely woman. What's the matter with you?
It was better 10 years ago, I'm just saying.
I didn't know you 10 years ago.
It was better.
I think you look pretty
better.
good.
Thank you. I'll take that for a Monday morning.
You look better than most women in their late 40s. I do.
I don't know if that's
and you
true or
don't
not.
do anything.
I do very, very little.
Annoying. Don't forget that we have a subscription on Apple Podcasts, which we would love you to be part of. All you have to do is go over to Apple Podcasts, and for $4.99 a month, you get bonus episodes, you get everything ad-free. That's this show and Self-Care Club, and you get early access. So please come over. We would love to have you in our subscription, and we would love you to be in touch. So if you want us to talk about your dilemmas, hello@40ish.co.uk, or if you want to contact us via our socials at 40ish.podcast on Instagram. Just let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what you're experiencing. We want to hear from you. We want you as part of the 40ish conversation.
How's your week?
Long.
It's only Monday. I mean, it's Monday morning. How long has it been?
So what, you set me up. Why are you asking how my week was then? It's been long, okay? I know it's only Monday. I know we're still not past midday, but it's been long.
That's bad.
Let's talk about your week.
Okay, we got a new TV.
Right.
Now, we only have one TV in the house because, the posher you are, the less TVs you own. Someone told me that the other week.
Who told you that?
I can't remember. Do you think that's true?
I think that is a knobby thing to say. The posher you are.
Yeah. No, they had like 4, 5 in their house.
Who told you that? That is not a thing. Over. And you've now grasped onto it. Oh, I must be. You are posh, though.
I'm not. But I was only saying it.
You are.
To tell the rest of the story so it makes sense. Because we only have one TV in the house, no one in the house noticed that the screen was blue and has been blue for many months because we don't have another TV to compare it to. Anyway, some friends came over. They were like, why is your telly blue? Like, it's
I don't
not.
understand how you can have one TV.
What do you mean?
You don't even have a TV. Like, you've got a playroom. Obviously, your kids are much older, but an extra room downstairs. You didn't even have a TV in there.
There's a monitor in there for the PlayStation.
They don't watch TV in there.
No.
Well, they can't because there's no TV. I don't understand that.
They don't. No. Anyway, the long and the short of it is,
so you can only
broken.
watch TV in one place.
Yes.
Well, how'd you get away from your family then? No, that's a legitimate
question.
Legitimate question. Everyone's thinking it. Like, how do you get time alone away from your family? Like, sometimes if I just want to watch something on my own without being in the communal space.
Oh, but it's different because your bottom floor is open. Everything's open. So you have a communal space. Mine is an actual living room with a door. So I haven't got people milling.
That's
because
also
the kitchen's
true.
not attached
if they're like
to
someone's
it.
coming down to make popcorn or someone's making a cup of tea and there's always movement in that house. I can't bear it.
Well, that's because your whole bottom floor is open, but mine isn't. So that's why it's different. Anyway, we got a new TV because basically it was completely bust. Completely blue. And apparently that's an unfixable problem, according to Sky. So they replaced the TV for another one, which was lovely of them. Great. But I was out when the new telly came and Ollie took in the box of the new one and then let them take away the old one, which left me with 0 TVs because the only way of watching the new TV was setting it up alone.
Oh dear. Oh dear. And can we just give this a little bit of context? If you are brand new to this show, we were just in Gales getting some coffee before the record. And Josh happens to be with us, Lauren's 12-year-old son. And he basically taught you something on the phone of how to search for an app. Lauren was going into the actual app store to find her apps.
I thought that was how you found apps. So, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I still don't really understand what he showed me. He was like, oh my God, you just go on the screen and just swipe it.
He showed you a search button. That's all.
I didn't really get it.
Anyway, point is everyone now understanding why Lauren's setting up a brand new TV is probably not the world's best idea? Where's Zach? Where's your 19-year-old son? He can do this.
He was on holiday.
Oh.
I know, it was really bad.
And your other 21-year-old son is...
Well, luckily, thank God, he was home. So I said, Ollie, what do you mean? He was going away for work. I said, you're going away for a week. You're leaving me with 0 TV. Like, what am I actually supposed to do with my life?
Yeah.
You're away. I'm alone.
Panic
was setting in.
Yeah.
He was like, it's fine. Just literally plug it in, stick in an HDMI cable, and it will tell you what to do.
I mean,
and I'm thinking, like, have you met me? You've been married to me for nearly 25 years.
An HDMI what?
What? Anyway, it's like, Max, please help me. So Max and I did it together. When I say together, I mainly sat on the sofa and watched him do it and helped him with vague bits like putting batteries in the remote control. That was my job.
Well done.
Thank you so much.
Well done.
Yeah.
Did you get the right batteries?
Well, the thing was, it came with the batteries, so that's solved that problem.
Thank you for admitting that.
I didn't even have to search for any.
That could have been a very small win for you.
So we did it. I know it could have been, but it wasn't even that. So we did it. We set it up, and then we're going through it wants to do things like calibrate. What picture do you want? The brightness, this, that, and the other. And then it wants to know, how is the signal coming in? These very complicated questions.
Is it the new TVs? Because we haven't had a new TV in a long time. Are they all like AI generated and all like, you know?
Well, there just seems to be a lot of...
Can you do the Hey Siri business to it?
Probably. I don't know. I wouldn't.
Why am I asking you?
Why are you asking me?
Why am I doing that?
Anyway, so Max, I go out and do something and I come back in and Max is on the phone. He's saying, okay, I've got this TV and I want to know if it's an aerial or a cable or a this or that. Which thing should I plug it into? And then this guy's talking to him and he's like, you're taking too long and you're saying too many words.
Who said that, Max?
Yeah, just give me a 2-word answer. And I'm like, oh my God. You're being so rude. And Max is really polite. I was like, who are you talking to like that?
Yeah.
You're being so rude.
Yeah.
He was talking to AI.
Yeah.
He was talking to AI.
Yeah.
It was like it was in person. I said,
well, it wasn't because he doesn't speak to people like that.
What are you doing?
But you've told me I'm not allowed to abuse Siri.
You're not allowed to abuse Siri.
Siri doesn't like it.
He was being like, no. Okay, enough waffle. You're waffling now. Just tell me which cable goes in this bit. I was like, I don't understand. He said, Mum, you can talk to ChatGPT. You can talk to them now and then they'll talk back. I've never in my life. This blew my mind.
You can't find the Gales app. So I think this is a step too far for you.
Just before we dive into your dilemmas of the week, a quick disclaimer. We are not doctors. We're not healthcare professionals. Or are you? Just checking.
A healthcare professional?
Yeah.
I didn't do that at the weekend, no.
Okay, good.
Become a healthcare professional.
No, you didn't? You sure? No training happened?
Definitely not this weekend. No.
Okay. So if there is an issue that you are seriously struggling with, please contact a qualified expert.
Question 1.
Let's hear it.
Lauren and Nicole. As experienced women of the world, I would love your opinion on this. I'm 31. I met a man through friends at work. Okay. On paper, he's great. Good job, nice shoes, owns a washing machine. He's a good kisser. Good kissing is good.
Having a washing machine and being a good kisser, double win. Yeah.
The first couple of dates were genuinely lovely. Then came the incident, she says. We were out for lunch and his phone rang. He looked at it and said, "Oh, sorry, I just need to take this. It's mummy." Oh, dear. Not my mum, my mother, not even mum, mummy. He's 34. I thought maybe I'd misheard, but then he said, "Hi, mummy," in this soft voice I have never heard him use that made me want to bleach my brain. Since then, I can't unhear it. I have tried to move past it, but every time his phone goes, I think about it. Am I being emotionally immature? Is this normal? Or in your opinion, is it a legitimate red flag waving wildly in the what breeze? Oedipal breeze?
Oh, in the Oedipal breeze. Oedipus, schmeedipus, as long as he loves his mother.
I don't even know what that means, Oedipal breeze.
It's the man who was in love with his mother. Killed his father to have sex with his mother. That's why you say people have an Oedipus complex.
Never heard of it.
Or an Electra complex.
Never heard of it.
The other way around. You've never heard of an Oedipus complex?
No, never.
I'm amazed. Well, mummy's boys, that's what we're talking about. Mummy's boys. How do you feel about mummy's boys?
I'm pausing because I don't think I've ever come across this. I've never had this before. And I've been with my husband a very, very long time and he's not a mummy's boy. He has a very normal relationship with his mum.
What does he call his mother?
Mum.
Yeah.
What does your husband call his mum?
Mum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also not a mummy's boy. Just, he calls her mum.
Just
yeah.
A normal relationship with his mother. Anyway, so I've never come across this before, so I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if this would give me the ick if I was dating and someone said mummy. I can't imagine I would like it.
Would it be a turn on?
No.
No.
But would it be a turn off? It depends on him.
Does Adam ever call you mummy by accident?
No.
Has he ever called you? No.
No.
But if he's talking to the kids, he'll say da 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 da.
Yeah, he refers to me as mummy. He doesn't
mummy. Yeah.
Yeah, well, obviously he's not going to ask Nicole.
No.
He doesn't call me Nicole anyway, so he doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't Ollie? He's not going to say.
Yeah, he will always say ask mum. He has accidentally called me mum a couple of times. I don't like that.
That is.
I don't like that.
No. I can see why.
I don't like it. It's weird.
But
yeah,
just to put this out there.
Yeah.
It's different, and I'm not subscribing to this, but it's different if you call the man
Daddy.
Yeah. It's different.
I don't do that either.
I don't do it. I'm saying I don't do it. I don't subscribe to it, but it is slightly different. Don't know why.
Yeah,
maybe that's a total sexist thing.
Definitely different.
But it's different.
Also,
I think.
It's not. I think it's not our generation thing. It's definitely a younger generation thing. This was not a thing when we were younger.
What, to call your boyfriend daddy?
Yeah. Let it go, bitch. It's nothing. Let it go.
You know, there's no need to call her a bitch.
I mean it in a nice way. I dated...
As in, like, dude.
Bitch, please. I dated a mummy's boy. It didn't go well. It didn't
obviously
go
not, because
well.
you've been married for a very long time to somebody else.
I didn't marry him. I mean, should I tell you the story?
Oh no, keep it a secret. That's really good for content.
He was actually nice. He was a really nice guy.
Yeah.
He looked like a young Richard Gere. He was handsome and nice. A nice person.
How old were you?
20-ish. Went out for a while, and one weekend, after we'd been going out for a few weeks, said his parents were away. I was like, okay, ding ding, game on, you know. So we went out wherever we went to, and then went back to his house, and we were in the kitchen, and I was sitting on the counter, and we'd had some toast, and then we did some kissing, and you know, it was like You know, it was Saturday night. It was, you know. Anyway,
Saturday.
you know,
Sexy.
You know, yeah, it was kind of hot. You know,
I hope your son, who is sitting next door, can't hear this.
Anyway, it's not going anywhere dirty. I can tell you that.
I know,
now.
but he still doesn't need to hear
Anyway,
about you sitting on a worktop kissing somebody else.
Anyway, it's all getting very, you know, like hot and steamy, and I know his parents are away for the weekend and la la la. He stops. He clapped his hands like this and then wanted to clear up the crumbs because Mummy and Daddy were coming back the next morning and he didn't want there to be a mess on the kitchen surface. Toast mess. Now listen,
I have to say, as I've gotten to the age of 48, I resonate. I mean,
listen,
it is like more of a turn on to have a clean worktop than it is anything else.
If he had done this now, age 47, I would have been like, oh my God,
he's a
detox
keeper.
That surface
He's a
and
keeper.
take me upstairs now.
Yeah.
Because nothing would turn me on more than the fact that he wanted a clean work surface. But when you're that age and you're right in the middle of things and his priority is crumbs, no, because Mummy might be cross.
It's a red flag.
It was the biggest red flag and it ended the next day.
I'm not surprised.
Come on.
I'm not surprised.
You're either into it or you're not into it. And if you're more into the fact that you're worried about your mum being cross about the crumbs than you are into your 20-year-old girlfriend whipping her upstairs, forget it. No. I'm sorry I come before toast crumbs. That's my self-worth.
When I'm 20.
When I'm 20. Now I'm happy to come after the crumbs. Now I'd be delighted if Ollie...
Do you know, Ollie should really listen to this show. He'd learn so much about you.
I mean, if Ollie was like, stop, we must stop kissing now. I need to detox this surface and wipe it clean for the morning and then we'll go upstairs. I'll be like, yes.
I don't think you would.
I will be waiting for you.
You wouldn't.
I'd love it.
You wouldn't.
I'd
You
love
wouldn't
it.
really. In reality, you wouldn't.
I don't like toast crumbs now, but I was fine with them then.
I hate toast crumbs, but also if I'm in the middle of it, even I think maybe even I can let that go.
Do you think?
Maybe. It's not a definite. So I was at for lunch.
Yeah.
Last Sunday with my husband, and we were at this really gorgeous place. It was the food was fabulous. It was really cool. It was in Queen's Park. It was a sunny day. It was just vibing.
Yeah.
I know I really can't pull off that word.
You tried. Well done. You nearly got there. You nearly got there.
Did I?
It was too much emphasis. If you just said it in a more breezy way,
Like,
try it again. Like, yeah, we were just there and the food was amazing. You know, it was just vibing. Then I would have been like, okay, that's a bit weird, but I'll let it go.
no, but then I wouldn't have got away with it, would I? Would I? You know, you could pretend.
Okay, yeah, it was vibing, yeah.
Yeah.
And
it was vibing.
Okay.
By the way, we're
Yeah.
going on Saturday night.
Oh, yeah, we
You
are.
and me.
Yeah.
Your
yeah.
seat. I'm telling you, it's vibing. Well, it's vibing on a Sunday brunch. I'll assume
Okay.
it's vibing on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
I've got to stop saying vibing.
Yeah, stop now. Stop now.
When we get there,
Yeah.
right, you're going to know what I mean.
I'm sure I will.
You will. Anyway, there was two girls sitting next to us and they had just finished their breakfast. And I don't know why, I'm really nosy. So I'm always liking to hear conversations around me because I always like to work out what the situation is between people, whether they're married or
Are
they're
they
dating or they're
dating?
girlfriends or,
Yeah.
you know, they're
Yeah.
family members.
Yeah.
I love to know people's dynamics.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Anna's like, stop it. I'm like, I just couldn't stop listening. And anyway, this one girl started talking about how old they were. She goes, I just can't believe it. Just, can you believe how old we are? It's just unbelievable. Anyway, she goes, I must go to the loo. So she gets up, she goes to the loo, she comes back, they pay the bill. And then she said it again. She's like, I know, I'm just going to go home now. And like, because, you know, I'm just really hungover and I just can't believe how old I feel. I mean, can you believe that we're about to finish university?
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Let me tell you something.
You're fresh out the uterus
Yeah.
at that age.
Yeah, that wasn't vibing.
You're still covered in vernix at 21.
I mean,
What?
can you believe we're about to finish university?
That's my son's age. He's about to finish university next week.
I know.
He's not old.
Does he think he's old?
No. He thinks he's in the prime
She
of life.
said it about 4 times. Anyway, then they got up and Adam looked at me because he'd heard that I'd heard them and he'd heard that. And he said, don't, just. I said, I think I have to say something. He's like, please, just let it go. All I wanted to say was, bitch!
You've just been born.
You got your whole life ahead of you. I'm 48, okay?
I'm more than twice your age.
Yeah, and I'm still trying to convince myself that I'm not old, so fucking do one. Yeah.
Wow. Do you want to hear our second question?
Yeah.
Hi, Lauren and Nicole. Please help me resolve this marital dispute. And
I love the marital disputes.
and by that, I mean take my side.
I was literally about to say, because I haven't read the question, I'm sure I will agree with her.
I'm 45 and I now pack my own pillow when I go away. Not because I have a bad neck, although obviously I do, but because hotel pillows feel like sleeping on a pancake of disappointment.
Oh, yeah, pancake of disappointment.
I used to travel carefree, but now I'm stressing over lumbar support and fibre density. My husband is annoyed at us having to pay extra for check-in luggage this summer because I refuse to travel with just a carry-on, even for a 4-day trip, because my pillow needs a suitcase. And he says I'm being ridiculous. Is this just part of aging, or am I becoming insufferable? Good question. Good question.
Why can't she just carry the pillow with her?
I guess she could. Bit bulky. You got a whole thing. Also, you and I have got temper pillows. Imagine lugging that around on your arm.
My daughter takes a pillow with her on
Does
school
she?
trips. Yeah.
Her own pillow.
She doesn't when we go on holiday as a family, but on a school trip, she takes her own pillow.
But is that for the familiarity of the smell of the pillowcase and like so she feels like she's got a bit of home with her? It's not for lumbar support.
It's not. I don't know what it. I don't know what it is.
It's a comfort thing.
But I find it immensely annoying, and I'm not even going with her.
You do find it annoying. Do you travel with your own pillow?
No. I'd like to. Listen, I think it is a sign of aging because no 20-year-old is ever traveling with a pillow. They're just not. They don't need to.
No. I also don't travel with my pillow, but I have to say,
I am so happy to get home to my pillow.
whenever we go away anywhere, I always lay on the pillows, and then the first thing I say to Ollie is, it's not like our pillows. I'm always
But you're
disappointed.
never going to go to a hotel and get a temple pillow, ever.
I need a temper pillow.
So do I. But I also need a temple pillow and then a soft pillow. What are the pillows? Ayala,
Yeah, that they sent us.
that they sent us. They're like, I love them.
I'm not a
They're
big
like a
fan.
cloud. It's like sleeping on a cloud. No, I don't sleep on it in my neck. So I have it like in between my legs for my back support.
Oh, I see.
It's amazing.
Okay. Ollie did have another tantrum about our pillow situation the other night. You know how there was that person who wrote in about the throw cushions.
Yeah, and how many there are.
He was like throwing them. Why do we have so many cushions and pillows on this bed? I can't even get in because of the pillow. I was like, just stop complaining. I love pillows. I just need pillows. I love pillows. I'm into it. He just wants one pillow to sleep on.
Adam also sleeps on one pillow. I mean, what is that?
Weird.
But it's good because I can nick his pillow and then I have a third.
Exactly. I want a nest, a cocoon, basically.
Yeah. So, last year, when I had a very bad back, I bought myself a V pillow.
Oh, a boyfriend pillow. The full length pillow, like you have for pregnancy.
It is a full length
Yes.
of the entire bed.
Yes.
V pillow.
I know
it's
them.
enormous. It's
Yeah.
as big as me.
Yeah. I used to call it when I was pregnant, I used to have one.
Fucking
down
hell,
your side, under a
that
knee.
shit
Yeah.
is because every part of your body that you want supported is supported.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what I should tell Theo.
Yeah.
It's supported.
Yeah. I used to name it my boyfriend because I would sleep with my bump on top of a bit of it, my leg under one bit of it, my arm under it, and it would just hug me all the way down.
Anyway, it sort of snuck its way back into the bed a few weeks ago.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've had to remove it again because it's just not. And you know what? My husband, bless him, he doesn't say a word. Doesn't complain, doesn't say a word.
About your pillow festival.
Anyway, I'm feeling her. I am feeling her You know,
Maybe she should just say to him, do you know what? We'll go out for one less meal while we're away, and that'll cover the cost of the extra suitcase. Because those bastards do charge you a lot of money for a case
They
now.
do, but that's why I think she should just carry it with her.
Like we booked for a week away in the summer, and Ollie rang me yesterday and he said, so I've booked the flights and I booked this and I booked that, and I've booked for like three carry-on cases. I said, what? I said, I can't put a week's worth of stuff in a carry-on. That's just toiletries and makeup.
Yeah.
I said, you've got to book. He was like, but the carry-ons came with the flight. I've got to pay extra for that. I was like, just pay extra and get us a suitcase. Are you mad? Do you know me? Have you met me?
Hold on.
I need a suitcase.
Firstly, where are you going?
Where are we going?
Yeah.
Montenegro.
When?
In August.
Literally, you are not here the entire summer.
Correct.
That's a nightmare.
I know. Well, not for me. I mean, it's great for me. It's terrible for trying to record podcasts.
Hold on. And there's 3 of you going?
There's 4 of us going.
4 of you going and 3 carry-ons? Is he on drugs?
That's what I said. So it's like, what do you think we're travelling with? Like one toothbrush and a bikini?
Well, he can, you see. That's what's so annoying.
He's like, I can fit a week in a carry-on. I'm like, good for you.
Yeah.
But
no one likes a fucking show off. Now book me a case. Yeah, what about your hairdryer?
I don't take a hairdryer on holiday.
What do you do with your hair?
Put it in a mum bun.
Oh, you shouldn't do that. You should take a hairdryer. Sorry, just to add to your
Hotels
luggage.
have hairdryers.
Are you joking?
I know it's like someone
It's not a
blowing
hairdryer.
on your
That's
hair.
not a hairdryer. That is not a hairdryer.
I know, but you're very, very particular with your hairdryers.
No, I just like my hair to look nice.
But I'm fine with a hotel hairdryer. I don't care.
You should
Or I
care.
just won't
You should
dry
care.
it.
You should care. You should care.
I'm happy to just let it go free on holiday. Just go wild. Au naturel.
I can't do that.
No.
My hair's too short.
Oh, that's true. I can just go like...
Also, to be honest, normally I do just stick it up, but I can't do that this year. What am I going to do with it?
So why is it fine for you to have a ponytail and not fine for me to have a mum bun? I'm a mum and I can wear a bun.
Because it's a mum bun. And that is like a real giving up on life moment. a mum
No,
bun.
it's like I'm on holiday and I'm feeling relaxed about things, haircut style thing. Well, I don't want blow dry by the pool.
You don't have to blow dry by the pool. Just don't do a mum bun. I can't bear them. I'm allergic to them. I am.
That very judgy wudgy was a bear. Very judgy on the mum bun.
Oh, you've never had a judgment about me, have you not?
Not about your hair. I think a
I
mum
wouldn't
bun.
give you any reason to have a judgment about. Look at my hair.
I think a mum bun's quite cute.
No, it's not. It's not.
Why?
Because it's not. Because it's mumsy and it's not. It's not okay. Mum buns are not okay. It's like man buns. They are not okay.
Oh, they're okay on Jason Momoa.
They're not okay on anybody.
I disagree.
No, I'm telling you, I'm allergic to mum buns and man buns. Man buns are who came up with this idea that a man should have a bun?
Sometimes I find them really hot. And sometimes I find them absolutely repulsive.
Yeah.
But it depends on the face and the body attached to the man bun. You know what I mean?
But I still believe that if there's some god-like figure attached to the man bun, he would be better without the man bun. He would still be a god-like figure, but actually with just some decent hair. Like, I would never, ever, ever consider going out with a man bun.
Would you go out with a man with long hair?
It's unlikely.
Like waist length hair?
No.
No.
But I'm 48. Like, why am I going to do that? If I was ever to go out with any other men, they would probably be bald. I don't think we have to worry about waist length there.
Have you ever been into men with long hair? It's never been a thing for me.
I went out with one guy.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've told this story before. He had long hair.
How long? How long?
Like shoulder length. Like long.
Oh, like my length.
Yes. In fact, it was very similar, but no fringe.
Okay. No, that would have been really weird. If you'd had a fringe. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
We went on one date And he picked me up, and my dad was waiting by the front door, and I'm like, no. And I told him, like, don't come in.
No. Your dad would have such a good one-liner for that, wouldn't he?
Anyway, so when I came home, I went out, and then he dropped me home, and I came home, and then my dad said to me the next day, because obviously he'd been peering out the window, and he said, how's Michael Bolton, all right?
I love it.
And that was the end of my phase with men with long hair. I don't know how we got from pillows to long hair, but here we find ourselves.
I was in this hotel in America once, and I was in the bathroom, and these two women came in with Michael Bolton t-shirts on. Yeah. And this was not the 90s. This was like not that long ago.
Listen,
I loved him at the time. Loved him at the time.
How am I supposed to live without you?
Anyway.
Now that I've been loving you. I was a mega fan.
I also loved him, but
probably hence this date.
Quite dated. And this was like a few years ago, and they've got matching Michael Bolton t-shirts on. And I just had to talk to them. I had to talk to them about it, because how can you not?
Right.
And I think he was in concert nearby.
He was.
No, not here. This was in America.
No, but he did a tour.
Like a local tour.
He in
America. Did you go?
Not in America. In London.
Oh. Did you go?
I did.
Did you?
Recently.
I
went with my mum and my mum's best friend at the Royal Albert Hall.
Auntie Marilyn.
Went to the Royal Albert Hall, and we saw Michael Bolton.
How was it?
He was amazing. He was amazing.
Yeah.
And
no man bun. Has he cut his hair?
Of course he's cut his hair. Cut his hair a long time
ago. How does he look with short hair? Better?
Well, he doesn't have the quality of hair anymore to have it,
Okay.
Michael Bolton like.
But is it like his Samson?
But his voice is still raspy and amazing, and he was amazing.
Did Auntie Marilyn love it?
We loved it. We loved it. It was a great night.
Michael Bolton.
I loved Michael Bolton. I draw the line at Celine Dion. Anyway, well, that went really middle-aged, didn't it? That went really middle-aged.
Please let us know if you love...
Are you ever going to listen to where they discuss the length of Michael Bolton's hair? Never. There is no other podcast, unless there's a podcast called Michael Bolton's Hair. There probably is.
There probably is a Michael Bolton podcast somewhere.
That mega fans. Those women probably have.
Probably founded it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember that couple that we met at one of the award shows that have a Robbie Williams podcast?
Yes. Yeah. And then we just asked them a million questions about Robbie
Williams.
Yeah.
They were like really...
they were very serious about Robbie Williams.
Yes. Yeah. Like, it was like weird how serious they were about Robbie Williams.
Yeah.
They knew everything. Everything about Robbie Williams.
I really wanted to say to them, don't you think he's a bit of a prick? But I couldn't, because they were
say that about Robbie. That's not nice.
I can, because sometimes he is a bit of a prick.
Okay.
But, you know what I mean? But they were so into him.
They were like really into him. And he sent them a bottle of champagne that night because they were nominated for an award.
Yes.
Which is obviously... I bet he would love that.
Well, who wouldn't?
And then they were in the bar drinking the bottle of champagne.
Yeah, they didn't give us a glass. Anyway, this doesn't help this woman with her pillow problem. I mean, I would say take the pillow, tell the husband...
You know what? Life is short! I mean, for fuck's sake.
Also,
life is short and life is hard. If you want your pillow, take your fucking pillow. Being middle-aged and in your late 40s, things ache and hurt and whatever. Just take the pillow.
And if that's his biggest problem with her, they've got a good marriage,
Like, who could be bothered to argue about this shit? Take the pillow. Enjoy the pillow. Have the pillow.
There you go, lady. That's your answer. Okay. That's this week's show.
I feel exhausted.
I'm not surprised. It's been a long week, Monday morning.
Michael Bolton, and I can't actually remember one other thing we've talked about. It's been a lot, though.
You can listen back next week and then you'll hear the content.
I'll edit it, yeah. We're going to be back next week. We're going to be back on Tuesday with an Unfiltered.
Yeah, we'll see you then.
We'll see you then.